Hello. Hello. Hi, my name is Ashes Mix, but you can call me Hazard. My pronouns are they and them. I'm a crafty cactus creature. Um, this week sucked. This week has been hot garbage. Yeah, originally, where do I even begin? Oh my god. It's like so much happened and yet so little happened. Um, I went to work yesterday and today. I had to call off Tuesday and Wednesday because I was dealing with really bad abdominal pain, and it hasn't happened before. So I was debating on whether or not I needed to go to either urgent care or call my doctor about it. But I was also like, I can't afford that right now. So I will tough it out. I will take some ibuprofen, use a heating pad, and just like lay in different positions and hoping sick. Um, and so yeah, I had to do that, and then I attempted to clean up my apartment because last weekend was also not great. Um, so I like all exaggerated. It's a bit exaggerated, but to me, it was hard getting through my room because there's just like clothes everywhere, and all of it was like it was like the stuff in the hamper and like a laundry bag. They were clean. I just hadn't put them away. But then everything else that I wore for the week was just on the floor, and I was like, I need to put away my clothes. Um, that was like an issue to do. It took me forever. Um, it's all cleaned up. I can see my floor now, so that's nice. I need to probably invest in a vacuum cleaner because I have carpet. Um, I have like a handheld vacuum, but I can only do so much. Like it's like crevices that I cannot reach normally. I still have to like clean my kitchen. It is also a disaster. Trying to avoid it every time I walk in there to get like something to drink. I'm like, ooh, I should do these dishes. Tomorrow, I'll do the dishes. Um, probably what I'll be doing tomorrow. So I'll have to update my schedule because in terms of like future streams, of just one to be more consistent with actually with one of my goals being streaming 4 times a week. Um, I'm most likely going to adapt my schedule. We'll test it next week. Next week's gonna be a testing week of dual streaming both on YouTube and Twitch because I think I want to have my videos just immediately be archived on YouTube so it's less stress for me to like have to upload them on a certain day. Um, it'll ease up on my computer. Um, I do want to have my weekends and not feel conflicted of cutting streams short or not doing them at all because I have plans, in which case it tends to fall on the weekends. And it's a good way for me to, again, like rest. So my idea is that I will probably stream from Tuesday to Friday. And then obviously Saturday, Sunday, Monday I'll just have off. Mainly because Monday I have watch along stuff with some friends. About every Monday, and then Saturday evening I usually also have another watch along with another friend. And then on Sundays, it's every other Sunday I have Pathfinder, but I generally tend to prep on the off week. So I kind of want to continue to have those 3 days like for myself and my friends. But I also have IRL obligations, and there's also more community stuff outside that I want to try to participate in. But every time I see them, they're like when I would usually stream. So for example, tomorrow, this weekend I'll probably just won't stream. I'm gonna prep for next week to do South of Midnight. and like bang that out easy. Um, and I'll probably do some test streams just to figure out one, how to dual stream, and then fixing. Not say fixing. I want to add more assets for myself, but I have to draw them, so it's gonna take a bit of time because I don't have like 3D track motion, and those things are expensive, and I don't need to spend that kind of money. Um, and also just like work on just like I want to be again more consistent with streams, and I feel like doing it during the week when I have to go to work and then come back, I think it'll be a good way for me to wind down and just, you know, still have I'm in work mode activated instead of the weekends where I'm like exhausted and feeling lazy and I don't want to do anything. Not like this is a job for me, but it's something I would like to foster a community, or rather, I just want a place to finish my games. Speaking of community, Discord, what the fuck? Oh my god. I've been trying to find Discord. I should be looking up what I was originally working on. Multitasking. I've been trying to find alternatives for Discord, and it has been a pain in the ass because Discord is just like a freaking monopoly, because of course it is, of, you know, having VC and stuff. And not like I have like a Discord for my streams and stuff, but I was like looking for a way to like, you know, make notice for some of my friends who don't know that if I'm alive or not, to like get notified if I am, because not all of them are on Blue Sky. Some of them aren't on YouTube. Well, no, they are on YouTube, but I don't stream on YouTube, so there's that conflict. But Discord is shooting itself in the foot, and I hope it burns. But again, finding alternatives. I looked at Matrix, but apparently they have Thai IDF, which, nope. Still, it's just buggy for me, because I remember I had an account when it was Revolt, and apparently they changed names, and so I've been trying to get into my old account, because it should have been the same. But it keeps, like, not sending the email, like, to reset my password. It keeps sending it like hours later when I'm like asleep, so which is not helpful. And then Root was looking good, but the rules are a bit too weird and restrictive. Then let's see what else was like heard of. I've been seeing Valor and Fluxer as potential options. I just need to do some testing on them, because once March comes and they roll this out, I'm fine with ditching Discord, but I know some of my friends aren't. I also have other friends who are dead ass like dropping Discord, and that might be the last I ever hear from them, and I would like that to not happen. Didn't realize how integrated Discord was. God, I don't want to think about it. Yeah, Fluxer and Valor potential. I need to do more research. But again, if I have to jump ship, I jump ship before. I jumped from Twitter to Blue Sky. I jumped from Blue Sky to Black Sky. I'm thinking of moving from Twitch to YouTube and Streamplace. Streamplace is open source, I believe. But I definitely like where it is, like what it's about. But I probably would also just want to start streaming on YouTube, just so I have my VODs there. And again, just like not have to worry about re-uploading what's already there. And better organization for the channel. I want to get back into making videos again. It's been a hot minute since I made one. I just don't know what I want to do I've thought about doing deadlock videos, mainly because I don't think I'll ever stream deadlock. I don't want to get roasted in real time. Um, but I would like to do that. I also want to not remake, but do more D2 videos because I used to make those for my friends. I also just like have the itch to raid again. I miss Val. Val, I miss you. And Deep Soul Crypt. I miss it. I miss my Warlock. They're not dead, they're still alive. Yeah, I kind of do miss being in space a bit. What else? Oh, in terms of fuckery this week, in terms of work, which also made a hard crash out when I got home, we got a pay increase. I am like near the bottom in terms of like representatives of the place I work at. We're like, you know, we're at the bottom. My pay increase, because I did the math of what it was per hour, because I'm still hourly, I'm not on salary, 38 cents. I got the same review of Meets All Expectations last year, and it was 90 cents. So I'm confused as to how it decreased, despite the fact that the cost of living is going up. Make it make sense. I was like talking to a friend about it. I'm like, how much are the CEOs going to be getting? $10 million? Probably, which sucks. And a part of me was like, do I bring this up to management as to why I get paid this much? But they're not going to do anything about it. So I'm going to talk to a few coworkers that I think had the exact same reaction as last year. Like, I need to quit my job and just do something else. And I hit that wall again of, I want to quit my job, but it's stable for now because apparently they're changing procedures again. And I have a really bad feeling about this year in terms of job stuff, which is a bit concerning. So life-wise, I'm going to be starting to updating my resume and gonna try to apply to some positions. I would move internally, but I already got rejected for the second time because apparently due to business needs, this position's no longer available. And I waited 3 weeks of nothing for that, just to get that response. And I'm like, you wasted 3 weeks of my time when I could have. I'm like, that position was looking good. I definitely felt qualified for it, and like, damn, I had like 3 weeks of silence. Okay, fine, whatever. And then they're making the majority of workers go back in office. Now the thing is, I've been on site since COVID started, so me working remote never was a thing. But it confused me because I'm like, what changed? Because they're like, for the work culture, and I'm like, what work culture? Y'all don't even. Ooh, I was like getting heated. I felt bad for those who did work remote because obviously it's an adaptation. Like they adapted to that. It didn't really change their workflow, so it confused me. Because now I'm like, great, so we're gonna have more people in office. They closed down a building, and now they want to bring people back. And they're like, no, these people will come into office. This department, like the customer care people, will stay remote. I'm like, well, that makes sense. Because again, you closed several buildings because of the restructuring thing. And what sucks is that if someone quits, we all just assimilate their job responsibilities, and we don't really hire anyone. I don't know if we have a hiring freeze or not. I remember that was the thing. But we originally had like two IT people in my department that would handle, our spreadsheets, our reports, just any technical stuff. There were two people. They laid off one of them, and now they're training one of my coworkers to help out with the reports. And I'm like, why the hell did we let this person go if this was going to happen? I don't understand. Like, they're thinning us out, and it makes me mad. And now they're updating procedures for my bit of the job that is going to be less of one thing to do more of another, which to me is a bit of a concern because some of our responsibilities are disappearing. Ooh, my gut is saying I need to find a new job, like before summer. That's gonna be my goal. And to find before job for summer. So that's gonna be fun. Haha. Love job hunting. A part of me just wants to like quit and then like run to the woods and live off the grid, even though I would surely die if I were to do that. The only reason I'm still at my job currently is because I enjoy my coworkers, most of them, and the healthcare, because oh my god, my meds are expensive. Love that for me. But it's stable. Do I enjoy my job? It has its days. Most of the time, I'm like drawing, like doodling. Yeah. I think some people need to read emails properly. It'd be great. I think comprehension skips some people. But yeah, that's. And then last weekend. Yeah, last weekend was mentally bad. Not the best headspace. I'm doing better, kind of. Still not the best mood. Kind of keep together. But yeah, last weekend, I just knew I was not, again, in the right headspace to stream. I was like, surprised I even was social. Yeah, a part of me was like, oh, maybe I can like chit chat with a few friends on Saturday. Realized all of them had partners. So they were busy. Hi there. Yeah, so last weekend mentally was not great. I did have to babysit my brother. My mom had plans. Like, Jesus. I eventually hung out with a friend later that night, which kind of helped. And then Sunday honestly felt like a blur. Wait, no, I had Pathfinder. Right. Still felt like a blur. Yeah, hopefully next week's better. Haha. So probably not gonna stream tomorrow or Sunday. Because tomorrow there's like a thing I want to go to and actually try to be sociable, but also to get out of the house. By the fact I still need to clean my house. I can't look to my right. I can't look to my left. I gotta look straight. It's bad. It's bad. Maybe I'll just job. We'll do that during the stream. I had the prep for con. I had the prep for con. Okay. Life sucks. I'm so sorry there. This is not gonna be a very chill stream. I'm half venting. Maybe I just don't do schedules. Maybe I just fucking gorilla. Just do gorilla streams from this point on. Eventually, there's like a bunch of new games that came out. Let's see if we're not trying to fun. No, I'm talking to myself. Oh. If I streamed like last weekend, it would have been bad. With the energy. I'm recording my thoughts so I remember. What? I've been told that I should like write in a journal, but then I forget. And so I'm just like, I talk. Get my voice out there. But also, I feel like every time I'm in a bad mood, I'll yap longer than I'm if I'm in a good mood because I just like, I enjoy that. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna grill. Consistency, I think roughly we can. Thank you. I hope so too. Very much. I don't like being the bearer of bad news, so I'd much rather just like vent to it by myself in my own home. Because most people are busy. Oh my god, I dropped something. Oh. Is that healthy? Probably not, but like, I don't know, sometimes you have to talk to yourself and have the imaginary scenarios in your head. Is that mental illness? Most, well, yeah. I did not do that today. I feel that Mento, Illinois. I might. We'll do it. It's expensive getting tested. I tried. And they were like, you're not. But you have like signs of having an avoidant personality disorder. And I was like, huh, I wonder what that could be. I don't have it. They were just like, you're showing signs. Feel like I should get retested personally, but I don't know. Self-diagnosed is just as valid as getting it from a doctor, in my opinion. This weekend? I mean, it could be a combination with maybe some qualities. Yeah, it's just like they are not cheap, and it takes like I was referred to like another doctor for that, and it took up to 6 months, and then another 4 or 5 to actually take the test, and then several more weeks to get like the results. So if you're a patient, yeah, but I was not. And at this point, whatever. There's other things I could focus on. I don't have time for that. Just like, what is your schedule? Like, that's crazy. Gosh, this not lit. Yeah. I think part of me is just like, I would do that with my art, but I don't know. I feel like it's messy. I think I've done that before. This doesn't really go well. I need to find a new hobby. But here's the thing there. I'm usually the therapist friend, and I don't like asking for help. It pains me every time I have to do that. And most of my notebooks turn into sketchbooks. Tell me about it there. What's going on in your life? Has the seat next to me. Let's talk about it. Let's trauma bond real quick. Don't actually do that in chat though. No. We can talk later. Kindness in my chat? What the hell? But I appreciate it. That's how true friendships are born. I do it all that well. I think I've trauma bonded with. I more or less hear people's trauma and then like I'll start with okay. That is so true. I'll start when I met this guy. Although I didn't know I knew of Jim, but I obviously talked to you. I talked to Hound before I got introduced to y'all. Which is crazy to think about. It's like 2021? Question mark? Yeah, Jim is easy. And he's not here to defend himself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like Deep Stone Crypt because I was like the raid at the time. I remember being so nervous because I'm like, oh, they asked me. And I still felt like so new to the game, even though I spent most of my unemployment playing Beyond Light. I hope Pound's doing well. I have not heard from them in some time. Like a lot of people that kind of dropped. Everyone's doing good. I mean, COVID happened, yeah. Everyone had time. Okay. No, I know. It was so nice making new friends. Hot take, I think Destiny 2 should have ended with Final Shape and Destiny 3 should have been the newer expansion. I think that would maybe then people would still be playing. Although there, since you are here, I'm thinking for my birthday I might ask if people would like to raid my two favorite raids. Just for old time's sake. I think it'd be fun. At least 2 stomach bullets? Yay! Now I need to convince like several other people to reinstall. Oh, for sure, yeah. I'm still thinking about it because I know some of my RL friends want to also raid again, but it just like again just depends on people's schedules because some people are busy. But I guess I'll probably ask sooner than later. So far I have 2 people, but I need 3 more. I actually also don't want to hold people hostage. But again, I think it'd be fun. Because I'm pretty sure our muscle memory will kick in of what to do. Yeah. I don't know. I miss Val. I miss Deep Stone Crypt. Those are my 2 favorite raids. Brilliant Nightmares can suffer. I don't know. I fucking hate that. Still have PTSD from the Gauntlet. I hated Planet so much. Sorry, rating was over this. Rating. So it's a good time. I wonder if. So I remember. Oh my god, what was her name? Oh, it's gonna bother me. There was someone. It was one of Stinky's mods that had the idea for Raid Roulette, and she would spin the wheel of what we would do for each encounter. It's gonna bother me that I don't remember her name. But it was such a fun idea. I don't think any of the stuff we did would be viable. Because I remember one of them was like we had to. One person had to be blindfolded and we had to guide them in the first encounter for Deepstone. Like in the blizzard area. I want to say it was Rocket, but there was also the cheese that we were able to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like. That's gonna piss me off. I don't remember. Come on. Pretty sure I'm still saying Snipper, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Wait, everything's authenticated. You're never in Stanky's server? Wait, what? I think. Oh, that's so. Huh. I know because. Yeah, I remember I saw some of his Overwatch videos when I was still interested in Overwatch, and then I quit because I just wasn't having fun. And then I remember seeing like PUBG was popular, and I saw that he was playing PUBG, and that's when I started watching him. So literally after he quit Overwatch is when I started watching his streams. Oh, doesn't like hate. Okay. That's how I eventually got comfortable enough to talk in chat. That was terrible. Um, yeah, I remember seeing Jim's name pop up. Mainly because of Deets. I think Deets was also playing a lot of Siege? Because I know Siege was also a big thing. And then Destiny. No, well, no. Praise. There's a lot of servers that I'm in that I'm like not. A quick timeline of people I met. I met Rebel through mutual fire friend. Okay. Rebel introduced me to Jam. Okay. And then I met D, not PPU. Let's make Siege. Rebel knew Jim for D. I'm looking at a spider web. Ah. Crazy. Yeah, I remember meeting Davey at TwitchCon back in 2018. It was like my first con ever. And I got to meet some people. I deadass remember Ghost looked at me and said, "You're not what I expected, but I like it." So I think at the time a lot of people thought I was white. I guess based on how I talked like in braids sometimes. Which was hilarious. They were being mean, but I was just like, okay. But I guess I didn't look like the demographic of Stanky at the time. The good old 21-year-old me was like, la la la. Yeah, I remember meeting Davey and Nexic. Rocket, I found literally in line to get into TwitchCon. Because I knew what other people looked like, but no one knew what I looked like, so it made sense. Yeah, that was when I get my first and last TwitchCon. It's expensive to drive out there. Well, not drive, fly out there, and then I had to drive to. Well, he was in San Jose at the time. From San Francisco. I told him it was not. I'm sorry. You have a lovely face. I think it was like the eyes. I think I know who everyone looks like except Jacob in the server. Actually, wait, I don't know what it looks like. Eyes. Your eyes. You have lovely eyes. see. I'm looking at a list. Yeah, it's just those two. I haven't. All I know about Quill is that he's a ginger, apparently. That's it. And that also, and Jacob's black. That's all I got. Don't think I'm gonna be heading to Sweden or the UK anytime soon, so. You seen a picture of Jacob? Of course. That is okay. Actually, I don't think I should say that, but that full setting is okay. Ooh. Wait, hold on. I don't think. That reminds me of another person who did that, and I was like, just I don't think I should say it on stream. um, we'll chat. We'll chat. I don't want to get in trouble. Well, let me double check if they actually like changed it. Because if they didn't, that's on them, and I don't feel bad. They do not listen to me. Okay. Okay, babe. I got you. I got you. Let me think. Although I will say, Dare, I know I said I will try to head to the West Coast this year. Technically, I am. But I'm going to be at Fan Bay, which is in San Jose. And it's Memorial Day weekend. But I think it'd be pretty cool if you went to a con that weekend. I think it'd be pretty neat. Well, it's gonna cry, but I had a friend from Cali tell me I should go. And I'm like, yeah, it's been a minute. And I have goodies for you anyway. And I got convinced to go. So. Like done zero work. Just like la 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 la. That's fair. It's all good. I'll be I'll be closer than I have been. One day. Maybe if I get a new job or something. If I had the ability to work from home, I'd be unstoppable. I think I'd be traveling a lot more. Although, actually, wait. Let's think future plans. You should come to MagFest next year. Even the race you. What cons are in? Oh, actually, wait. What cons are in Seattle? I still think you should come to MagFest. You should come to MagFest. It's so fun, and I think you enjoy it. And think about it. If they do Deadlock LAN tournament, we should do it. I think it'd be so cool. They have like a whole bunch of games. There's also like a tabletop area. Then there's like the artist alley and marketplace. And then they have like a whole bunch of retro and indie arcade games, and then arcade games. And then they have like a whole console area. And then they have like the LAN and bring your own PC area. And then cosplay events. It's really cool. I had a really good time. It could be dope if more people came next year. I'm already dragging a friend of mine to come with me. She's like, I will help you with your cosplays and holding stuff for you. I'm like, thank you so much, because I was struggling last year. But I think it'd be cool. I don't know, how did I... Actually, wait, did we announce the date? Why did I close that? Let's see, we announce the date for next year. Like this. Yeah, not yet. Okay. Yeah, it's in Maryland. It's at the National Harbor at the Gaylord. Yep. I wasn't able to get a hotel in the hotel block. However, I was in Alexandria, which is like right across the river, and they had shuttle buses to like free shuttle buses to come to and from the con, which is nice. But hopefully next year they improve the shuttle buses in terms of schedule. But I hope to get, if you're in a group, you have a better chance, well, like a slightly better chance of getting a room near the con itself or like at the con. But as a solo person, I unfortunately couldn't get it, but it's fine. I had friends who were able to get inside the block, but I wasn't really with them during the con weekend. Like straight up, one of my friends was like, I did not know you were gonna be here till like an hour ago when we met up for dinner. I'm like, that's fair. I was low-key about it. But no, it's like a huge ass venue. Food is decently. It's con prices, which is to be expected. And since I drove, I felt more comfortable, one, bringing more suitcases, and also not feeling limited on how big, like how much art I could buy and fit in my car. Unfortunately, the Kirby that I did look at did sell out. It was probably a sign to not buy it since it was like $200. I did see one online that was cheaper. But yeah, it's a good time. I think there's like something for everyone. I don't know why I'm chilling at MagFest. It's a cool fest. Really, for my first MagFest, it was excellent. I'm going to try to convince more people to come. Listen, if Discord goes down, I think we should just do more con meetups. I think that's how we have to communicate. SakuraCon, which is kind of shit. I've heard of SakuraCon. I'm not... I know the name. But how exactly did it go to shit? It's like super expensive or something? Because anime convention. Oh wow. How did they mess that up? Used to be good, the management sold to a new company, which doesn't know how to manage it at all. Oh. That does sound like a con killer. Shaking my head. I mean, I know, like, as someone who has volunteered at cons, it's definitely... It's not an NDA for all con employees to sign saying they won't talk badly. Wait, I do remember this! We'll talk about the con company for the coming year. That I remember. I didn't know that was Sakura Con, though. But I remember hearing about NDA stuff. Oh, wow. Okay, that's... Not a great look, if I say so myself. Obviously that didn't work out, given everyone's talking badly about it. Which no other content admittedly. Yeah, that's not... Yeah, no. I don't remember signing an NDA at the con I volunteered at, so... Ooh. Especially... Because I know some cons, like, pay their volunteers, which just makes them employees, but I know Gen Con does pay. Not a whole lot, but, you know, they get you a free badge and stuff, but... That's wild. And also, yeah, that does not set a great precedent of what to expect. There's like one con I want to go to, but it's in Japan, and it's like the largest graphic design convention. Yeah, getting really poor at it. Shaking my head. Poor organization and then more expensive. It's not a great combo. No, no, no. Yeah, comps do definitely racks up a lot, especially if you're flying, hotel, food, transportation during the con time, and then just miscellaneous stuff. Like, it does add up. I can't go too crazy at the Artist Alley this year, though. Well, at the next con, because I'm flying and I only bring my smallest, like, carry-on bag and my personal bag, and that's it. Because I don't like checking bags, because I do not trust planes with my luggage. Which also means I can't cosplay, but that's fine, whatever. Like, A art? Oh no. A artist at the artist lane do clearly got the... I don't think they check. I'm gonna be so honest. If they have poor management, they're probably not checking. They're like, oh, this person can pay the vendor fee. But then it's like up to the consumer to like recognize if they're getting scammed or not. That's not supposed to happen usually, but I don't manage a con at all. Oh, I did bring this up earlier. in terms of like Discord alternatives there. Um, originally, obviously from what I saw in the VC chat, obviously Root is probably out. Um, but I was checking some like my online mutuals, like what they were saying, and two that stood out to me as maybe, I'm gonna try looking at them later, was Fluxer and Valor as potentials. Mainly because the Matrix apparently has ties to the IDF, and so I'm like, oh, no. Which fucking sucked. Stoat, for me personally, if Stoat can like get its shit together and not being buggy, so I can actually log into my account, that'd be great. But it's been giving me issues. If Stoat can like fix whatever's going on, that'd be great. Because it's like every time I try to log into my account, it'll like say you have an account with this email. I'm like, okay, let me just like reset the password, and then I'll send the reset password several hours later when I'm not obviously even awake. So if they fix that, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm also inside. What the fuck? Don't shake my screen, please. So I'm guessing it's still working, so I guess I'll look at that. But yeah, Fluxer was another one that looked interesting. And then Valor. I just need to look at their rules again. Because most of the time I look at TOS and like, I can't tell what exactly I'm looking for, but I see what they have for NSW stuff. Even though that's not really much in my servers, but personally, I'm so tired. Why is the internet being bad? If there is like a viable alternative to Discord next month, but I think that's when they're rolling it out, I'm most likely gonna jump ship, which is a conversation I'm going to have with my Pathfinder players. Because I don't want to use Discord if, you know, this stuff is going on. Because I don't want to bear with it or like tolerate it. Because I've jumped ship before. I jumped from Twitter to Blue Sky, and from Blue Sky went to Black Sky. From, you know, Instagram I kind of use. I ditched Facebook, to be quite honest. Gotcha. It's good to check it out for this video because it's kind of vague. It seems what considered SW. That's what I've been hearing. That it's like very weird and somewhat restrictive. So yeah, I feel like I need to talk to Cole about this as well. I feel bad every time I see her VC. I'm like, I can't join. I'm like, I want to talk about it because Cole's like so eloquent and like can better explain things than I can. Like I can see obviously posting shit of porn, but like, what about SW art? Yeah, and there's also like NSW is, I wouldn't say vague, but what's stopping certain topics from being not safe for work, so to speak. I don't know. It's definitely not for the kids, because again, it's like your parents' job. Yeah. It's annoying. And I know some of my friends have like sent me, oh, you can use this to bypass the Discord thing, or you could do this to bypass it. And it's like, I know what you're trying to do, but it's still like using the thing that's like it's only gonna work for so long before. And also they can like they're already tracking how we are talking and what we're posting in servers already to determine our age. So I don't I don't God. Ugh. I hate this timeline that we're in. Yeah, they're gonna make yeah. It's only gonna work for so long, and then I at least want to get ahead of the curve to avoid like, you know, server crashes and stuff. But the thing is, in terms of like getting people to move from Discord, it's gonna take several big streamers to like say we're moving to this before a majority of people follow suit. And unless that happens, more or less normies are still gonna keep using Discord. And I don't want to say we have like a herd mentality, but we kind of do when it comes to like what to use for stuff. But I have seen a lot of creators talk about the Discord thing being bad. There's a good amount of you can change, but it's not the fuck, which fucking sucks. Which means they're not losing enough money. And I still see people with Nitro, and I'm like, what are we doing? Cancel. Although I can't, cause here's the thing. When in terms of like canceling Nitro, I know some people. It's not like an immediate cancel that we see. Because sometimes I think you can still have the perks for a while, right? Until like expires. So I have it until that's up. Okay. My expires in June. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think they're not losing enough money. So, which kind of sucks. But that makes sense because there hasn't really been a Discord competitor. Skype missed out. Skype could have saved the day. Skype could have saved the day if it was still around, possibly. I sure in hell ain't using Zoom. What more from Skype to Discord? Oh, ship without value? I've only used Discord. That's what I was told to use when I started like playing video games. So I don't remember having to use Skype really that much, except with like family. Although your friend's like ditching you without telling, it's gotta be. When we go hung out with kind of more like, but the couple I still told about Discord like months after. I was like, y'all knew about this, I didn't tell. No. That is unfortunate. I mostly played single player games, played solo when I started playing. Gotcha. I think, yeah, I straight up was like, I played Overwatch when I liked the game. Didn't about I'm like, same. I had friends who were like, we should play this game called Overwatch. I'm like, okay, cool. And so I essentially just one tricked. Well, I played several other heroes, but mainly Zenyatta. Yeah. The idea of online friends was like, whoa, wait. Well, no, wait. I was on Tumblr. That was a different era of my life. Definitely made some decisions. Yeah, I remember at the time Overwatch was like my most played. I'm at Rebel 2018, so we're doing. I live in Florida. Lived in Florida? What the hell? Wait, when did you and Rebel started dating? What? There's like a lot of things I don't know. I don't know much of your lore, dare. Oh. Like when you moved different apartments, I did not know. I'm pretty sure I was not in the voice call. Like people think I was. I would have remembered. Being 22. Oh damn, so I've been, oh my god. So cute. Yeah, I remember the move from Washington, like move to Washington. That I remember. You're slowly getting closer and closer. I think. I'm assuming you two aren't that far apart now? I moved to my last place, which was around an hour away from where now I currently. Yay! Well, it's good to hear. Oh my god. Man, all my friends are happy and in love. What the hell? Bro, last weekend I couldn't talk to anyone. Everyone was like, you're out and about, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna eat some candy. Oh my god, wait, I bought some chocolates. Wait, I'll be right back. It's like frosting. Oh wait, no. You long distance holidays. That's right. Listen, discount chocolate, way better than full price ones. Ooh. Sorry. Very I see what a serving size is too. Oh. Very delicious. Ironically, on Valentine's Day, my mom went to. You might have heard the show Heated Rivalry. Heated Rivalry. Oh my god, Heated Rivalry. My mom went to a rave. That was just like that was the theme, with my brother and his fiance. And so I had to watch my youngest brother back home. And I'm like, dang, my mom is having the time of her life right now. That was my Valentine's Day. I did get the bitch though. That was nice. Now captions, where did I say that? What the hell? I gave my whole life story. I'm kidding. I'm sure you oh my god. I'm sure you heard of the show Heated Rivalry. My mom went to my mom went to a Heated Rivalry rave on Valentine's Day. So I was like stuck watching my youngest brother that night. My mom was having the time of her life. Dates with people my age. I'm like, wow, okay. My mom's not that old, but I was like, wow. But she was like with my other brother and his fiance. So like that I was there. I don't have to do whatever she wants. I'm like surprised. She loves that show. Like she like she was like, Hazard, you need to watch the show so I can actually talk to someone about this. You would love it. And I'm like, okay, what's it about? She's like, it's hockey players, but like they're rivals, but then they like turn to lovers. And so I watched the show and I'm like, there's a lot more sex in here than I thought. And I'm like, my mom watched this and she enjoyed it. It was good. I did enjoy it. Probably not to like her extent. I think if I read the books, I think I would have felt more attached. Um, but she like is getting some of her other friends to watch it. Obviously, my brother's fiance watches it. So I've been sending her like shorts off of YouTube that have like some of the scenes like animated somewhat. So I've been sending her those. Yeah, I think my mom will be watching. Oh, we didn't watch it together. We watched it separately. There was no way. Simply something watch by yourself. But I'm just like, I'm just surprised she recommended. Well, not surprised. My mom does like not care about what your sexuality or gender. She's like all for it. She's very supportive of me. Although sometimes I do have the reminder what my pronouns are. But I'm also her oldest, so it's okay. I give her a pass sometimes. But no, she's totally chill with it. It's just funny seeing how much he loves the show. She is trying. But I'm also like her favorite kid because like I'm on her, like I'm her de facto. Wait, what was the word? I'm on some important documents. So I'm like, cool. That makes sense given again, I'm the oldest. I'm also more responsible, and more responsible is I'm around. I help out when I can. We're both very, I would say we're very similar. She's more like extroverted than I am, but we have the same sense. Okay, how do I say this without sounding crazy? She's very. See, I was the twin gives me a twin brother. That's right, you have a twin. Sorry, mom. I'm assuming they knew that you were twins, right? Before you were born? Sisters. You have. So you have 4 siblings? Oh, I've heard of it. Well. You didn't want to leave it. I mean, you came out eventually, though, so it's very good. 2 brothers and 2 sisters. Are you? I guess technically I have 4 siblings, but nah, I had to be removed. I technically have 4 siblings, but I only say I have 2 brothers, because that situation was a bit complicated. Not complicated, but like, when I explain it to people, like, oh, don't you feel bad though? And I'm like, ow. I don't know him like that. Now that is a story that I could probably tell you off stream for sure. There's some lore. There's some lore to that. Not really tea, but you're sitting here something. Bro, my youngest brother's 15 years younger than me. Crazy. I get you. I get you. I understand. I believe they still would be in the same generation as you. Because I know me and my youngest brother are technically within the same gen. If I did my math right. Ooh. Responsible, not my brother, since I was like 15. They trusted me the most with caring for me. Oh my god, yeah, when you're like, oh, you go watch your younger siblings for sure, and you're like still a child. Oh my god. Because then you have to be the parent and they don't take you seriously because you're also a kid. Yeah. Practically raised the youngest one by myself. Well, not by myself. You know. The father was. It's a nice word to say. There is no nice word to say. That situation's complicated. But yeah, I totally feel it on the... You're old enough to... You don't need to pay a babysitter. You could do it for free. We'll buy you pizza. I come home with homework, and then I watch it. Yep. You want alone time? Haha! You can have that when you're older. I wonder if sleep deprived stay up so late and waking up for last time. I guess, but you should also go to bed at a decent hour. Rest is important. I'm just gonna sleep. Do you take anything to go to sleep, or just do your best? Too many anxious thoughts, not my fault. I get there to sleep. Let's put a pin on that. What are we anxious about? No, I usually don't. Well, if I know, I have to be up early. Circling back, opening up about it. What are you anxious about? What's happening? What's going on? Talk to me. Obviously, if it's something like super personal, I would not put it in the chat, but I have ears. I'm willing to listen. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's crazy. No problem. I'm around. I'm around. I'm Jason. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Ooh. Usually can see very easily, given that I'm tired right now. Yeah. Usually, if I get really comfortable, it's easy to fall asleep. But if there's like, yeah, I can hate me for how easily I can lay down and just sleep. I feel ya. But I can understand like having the anxiety of just having thoughts in your head and gives you issues. I definitely understand that. I wish I can sleep instantaneously. I have to get super comfortable. I have to be in a certain position. Nothing. I've been told I'm like the princess and the pea, because I can just tell if something's not right about my bed. But I just won't. I can't relax. Yeah. The same wavelength. I also take melatonin because without it, I kind of like it takes longer for me to fall asleep. But I don't know. I usually like having when you guys play video games and you stream. When I was like laying down, I just had deadlock on and just like lay my head. I'm like, white noise. And then I didn't hear anything. After a while, I'm like, no. I was comfortable. That's tinnitus. Ooh, yeah. Tinnitus is ringing in your ears, right? You're a little young to have tinnitus. When you're a rebel punk kid who thinks, nah, I'll be fine, as I crank up the volume of my headphones, jamming to grunge rock for an hour to try to retake for several years. That is very specific. Understandable. Understandable. Your ears, what the fuck? You know, it bangs, but damn. That's how I eventually cut to it. Well, that'll do it. That and I would. Yeah, also like going to concerts would also, I know, would affect. I should wear earplugs, but I forget. I also don't go to concerts that much. But they definitely recommend headphones. Then the music is just, what the hell? Who are you fighting? What happened? God. God is truly testing you to be their strongest soldier. A concrete dugout? I see. God loves baseball. Oh, tip, don't slow down. A big ass hill toward the concrete. Oh, I see. Ooh. No, no, no. That definitely would give you a concussion. Not that I was trying to hit it, but my brother made a slow him and intentionally angle it towards the duck. And guess who said he'll try it out first? Oh. Are you sacrificed? A moment later, the right side of my head collided the dugout, and I'm dragged up the hill to our family van and driven to ER, which I do not remember. Ooh. Hey. It's like, God. Good old Rose. Oh, yeah. That was the worst one? How many concussions have you had? Why dare I ask that? Couple small ones. So far, everything course, but with concussion. Yeah. I believe I've only had one concussion, and that was like back in high school. I wasn't on the volleyball team, I was the manager, but we were finishing up practice, and so we have to take down the net and the poles. I got on top of them, buggle and hit my head. No! The ground. Oh, just straight up landed. Oh, ow. Couldn't even help. My head hurts. Oh. Really? No, it'll come back to me. Dripping volume towards the door, which hit the back of my head on the corner, surprisingly starting to get sharp design towards the door. Oh my god. Hair. Need to wrap you in bubble wrap. Oh. Okay, my dad's super glued. I was fine. Super glued your head or the door? god, that's not. That way my head was not strong enough to tempt the door. Your brain, your brain. I remember being told that after my first concussion that if I got any more, like, it would increase my chances of dying. So I did my best to try to not get hit in the head. Wait, that's what I was talking about. Oh my god, wait, yeah, so you definitely don't try it. The only concussion I had was when I was a manager on the volleyball team. We were taking down the volleyball net and the poles, which are like metal. But we had to like screw them out of the floor and like carry them to like storage. And the pole, like, someone let go too early and I tried to catch it and it hit my head and I remember blacking out and I wake up and I'm like surrounded by like my teammates and the coach dead ass like looked at me. He's like, how do you feel? And I was like, did you see what happened? They're like, the thing hit you, but how do you feel? I'm like, fine. They're like, okay, you're good. It wasn't until I told my mom and her ex at the time, and they were like, we're taking you to the hospital. So it took me to the hospital, and they're like, yeah, you have a concussion. Who told you that you were fine? And I'm like, the coach? And it wasn't until like, obviously as I got older, but I was a manager, I wasn't a player, so I guess to the coach's eyes, I wasn't as important because I wasn't like playing. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if she got in trouble or not, but I was only like a manager for that semester and then I like quit, so I didn't do volleyball again. But that was like the only time that I remember getting concussion. I just remember blackout and then I woke up. I was like, oh. I don't know how long I was out, but yeah. And then like the doctor was like, yeah, if you get hit again, you have a 50% chance of dying. I'm like, If I run out, nope. I learned my lesson. Well, not really a lesson because it wasn't my fucking fault, but. But now I know. Don't fuck with it. Although I generally don't enjoy going to hospitals, and if I can avoid it, I will avoid it for as long as I can. Is that good or bad? Hospitals are expensive. Visits are expensive. If I die, I die. Unfortunately, it's her mom's best interest. Yeah. Yeah. Unless it's like something I know, I have like no idea what's happening. Like that one, I think the last time I went to the ER was like a couple years ago, and I was like having chest pain, which was like insane. Cause like I don't understand why I'm having chest pain, and my fucking acid reflux. My stomach was just pushing up acid for no reason. I'm like, they gave me some sort of shot that tasted like toothpaste, and they sent me home. They're like, you should probably stop eating hot sauce. I'm like, but I like it. But I like hot sauce. Still fucking, I don't eat hot sauce as much. But since then it hasn't happened again. But that was like scary because I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, I'm too young to have a heart attack. I don't know what's happening. There's no way. Yeah, that was fun. I drove myself though. I didn't take an ambulance. I wasn't that dire. What time I thought was appendix worsening? I have later sense it. Oh my god. I've heard appendix bursting is like crazy. I didn't know there were like multiple signs though. The worst pains I've ever felt. What did it end up being? ER agreed it could be that, so they sent me up for skin stuff. Got my first colonoscopy. Oh. Oh no. For the pain to go away and them to tell me that they don't know what the fuck was causing me so much pain, but my appendix was fine. See, that makes me mad. Got sent home, never had that kind of pain there again. That's so weird. I'm glad your appendix was good, but you didn't know what was going on. One of the signs you could tell your appendix could be rupturing about the birth. I fear I will never be able to tell if my appendix is bursting or I'm just cramping really bad. Anything is pressed into your abdomen where your appendix is, the pain should lessen, then when you let it go, it feels much worse. That's my appendix. Do we even need our appendix? I know that can get removed. That's even more. An odd thing, but that's one way people say to check. It didn't hurt much worse after, so they were like, yeah, it could be a person appendix, let's get you to the ER. And I don't think we need to do it anymore. Yeah. Let's see, what was the appendix for? If we do some research. What is the use of appendix? Worm-shaped tube. That's what the appendix looks like? helps fight infections. Ew. Hmm. Yeah, the morning. That was definitely not the shape I thought the appendix would look like. I also forget how like long our intestines are. That's a lot. One person. The human body is weird. I probably should figure out where my appendix actually is. Can't really tell. I need to look at a diagram of the human body again. It's been a while since I took an anatomy class. I should get back into working out. See, I started working again, trying to be healthy 2 days later. Got sick for the last week and a half. It's like hard to like get back into something, especially after getting sick, because I've been there. But I just like I don't know what I want to do in terms of workout because there's like so many things, and it's like a lot of people yelling, "You need to do this to lose weight. Do you need to do this to lose weight? You need to do this and this and this." It's like I don't have this much time, nor do I want to go to a gym because shit, no. Just trying to figure out like a workout regimen that I don't hate and I can actually like do consistently. I'm also terrified of going. I have like a doctor's appointment next month. I'm so not really nervous. I'm like dreading it because one, I need to confront them about like several things of that I maybe should be tested for, and also just like not being considered for a certain diagnosis because of my weight or like I need to lose weight to avoid this. It's like there's something else going on. I'm losing my mind. I am not crazy. Something else is happening. I don't know what it is, but you're the doctor and you. I fucking dread going to the doctor because I just feel so self-conscious about it. I mean, I like my doctor. I just hate going to said doctor. I feel like I don't have enough time. And I don't think I can lose a lot of weight in like 2 weeks. So, unless I do something drastic, which I should not do. That's not good. Speaking of, I need to schedule an appointment because I have 2 or not. Yeah, I would do that. I got kind of yelled at because I didn't go to the doctors at all last year, and I need to do my annual to get in order to have my meds like actually prescribed. So I was like having a mental breakdown on the phone. Like, I can't get my antidepressants if I can't do this, but they don't have any appointments until like freaking next year, and I can't be off my meds for that long. It's gonna be bad. But they're like, as long as you like come to this appointment, we can re-prescribe you your meds. So I'm like, okay, I'll be there, I promise. Okay, that was my reenactment of the events. It was a lot worse, but I thought I'd go too hard. Like, as British as I am as a straight man, I am not immune to the man stereotype of not being a doctor for 10 years. There. If it was like a couple of years, I'd be like, oh, okay. I'm fine, I'm still alive. Bro. Maybe they can figure out why it takes you a bit to sleep or something. Or I don't know. There could be something going on. SMH. Although to be fair, I also have just been pointed about insurance. That's true. That's true. But like, I do now this time. Yay! I do know that, at least for if you ever have to go to the hospital, there's this thing of if you make a certain amount of money, you don't have to pay. It's like like in the name, I had to use it for my surgery 2 years ago. It's like financial aid. If you're close to like the poverty line, you only have to pay a certain percentage. But it's like hospitals. I don't believe doctors like offices do that, or urgent care. But like, if you ever need, figure out what form you need to fill out. I had to use it, and it saved my ass. That's also me with the dentist. I hate the dentist. But I know I probably should go. It's been a couple of years since I've been to one. But again, I hate the dentist. Part of the problem with this on product plans, so the LLCs make more taxes, and they're like, oh, you can afford it, it's easier. I'm like, please. Oh. They don't understand. That, or they have just like not caught up with how that works. Beats me. Like, ask for my occupations, I tell them. Okay. Yeah, it retains some decent muscle strength from what I worked out in high school, so I mostly need to lose some weight. Man, I used to be athletic in high school. Like, I didn't do sports in college, and I gotta sit down for my. But I like food, although I probably should avoid certain food stuff. I need to get stronger. It's like when. But no, yeah, I probably should eat better as I look at these boxes of salted chocolate. Like 2 years ago. How did I get? You gotta get buff like the Lash there. You gotta get buff like the Lash. I don't really have good references for my mains. I mean, I could try to be like Sinclair, but that's just awkward. I believe in you there. I believe you can pull it off. You got this easy. I'm just short with a linebacker firm. Are you short? I know Rebel's taller than you, but I don't know how tall Rebel is. Oh, I know we're gonna be Bella Hadid skinny, but that's okay. I don't gotta be big skinny. No. We don't need. No. I'm short for men. So is Jim, but like, what? I suppose. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that's taller than me, so. Eh. I've tried for minus 5'9". Oh, okay. She doesn't get this. Height is just a number. But also we also get shorter as we age, so whatever. I'm doing better than exes who did care that she was tall as them, and then when she wears heels, she's way taller than them. People who, God, those guys really have, what's the word? I want to say it's like a masculinity thing, but self-esteem is not high with them. Yeah. Like a pair of heels. Okay. We all shrink as we get older, it's fine. I say that as I think I am shrinking. My own brother is taller is like the same height as me, and it makes me mad and sad. It's like, I don't care how tall you like me, I'm rude. I'm so cute. And that's all that matters. I think. I don't know. I'm not in your relationship. But I'm happy for you. I mean, yeah, we knew how tall each other before you can do it, so it's like, oh yeah, that's good. Ready. Oh my gosh, so we. Right, well, I think a couple hours was nice. Vibe and hang out. So I think we'll end stream there. I'm probably not gonna stream this weekend. I'll release schedule Monday. Hopefully a bit more consistent next week. Well, the whole reset this weekend. I got stuff to do. And things to test to find out. But yeah, thanks for hanging. I'll catch y'all later. Have a good weekend. And yeah.